Good afternoon, student. Myself, Miss Yogita Uttamrao Kadam, lecturer in Computer Technology Department from Kikewak Polytechnic, Nasik. In today's session, we'll discuss about the practical number 4 of the subject Database Management System. So the practical number 4 is execute SQL queries based on the DDL commands. By studying this practical, students should be able to write and execute SQL queries for creating and modifying the database structure. So, talking about the data definition language, DDL is one of the part of SQL language. Database system provides a data definition language to specify the database schema. Database schema is nothing but the overall structure of the database. DDL commands are SQL commands used to create, alter, drop, truncate different database objects in an Oracle database. In short, we can say that data definition language commands, that is DDL commands, are used to work with the database structure. These DDL commands are create, alter, rename, truncate, drop and describe. One by one, let us have the view of all the commands. So first, create. Create is a DDL command used to create a table. The create table command defines each column of the table uniquely. Each column has minimum of 3 attributes: name, data type and its size. Each table column definition is a single clause in a create table syntax. Each table column definition is separated from other by using comma. And finally, we have to use semicolon to close a command. So let us discuss the syntax and example of create table command. The create table command is used like this: create table, table name, that is the user defined table name. We have to substitute our value for the table name. Then column name 1, its data type and size. Then put a comma, then specify the column name 2, its data type, size and so on up to column name n. After that, close the bracket that we have opened after writing the table name and then semicolon. So semicolon is compulsory for every command. So here we are creating the table department info, like create table, table name, then write down the first column name. I am giving the first column name as department ID, its data type as a number and its size. Then second column name as department name, its data type and size. Here what the data type defines what type of data is stored for this column. So here I have declared the department ID as a number. It means department ID will store the value as a type number. Numeric data is stored for this particular column. So there are some rules that we have to follow while creating table or declaring column names. The first rule is table name and column name must begin with the letter. Second is table name and column name can be 1 to 30 characters long. Table name must contain only A to Z character, that is in lowercase and uppercase and lowercase. 0 to 9 values, underscore, dollar and hash is only allowed as a table name. Table name must not be a Oracle reserved word. We cannot use Oracle reserved keyword as a table name. And column name should not be a duplicate within a table definition. These are the rules that we have to follow while creating table. Okay, and in between, while writing the table name and column name, spaces are not allowed. You cannot write the table name like department space info. So that's why here I have used underscore dept underscore info as a table name. So this is all about create table command. Moving to the next command, we have the second command called as alter. An existing table or already created table can be modified by using alter table statement. So we can modify the data type and size of the already available column, or we can add new column to the existing table by using alter table command. For that purpose we have two keywords, add and modify. First keyword, add. Add keyword of the alter command is used to add new column in an existing table. Okay, it means we have the table and we have to add one more column to the existing table. We can use the alter command with add option. A new column is automatically added at the end of the table. For that the syntax is alter table name, then use the keyword add, bracket open, then write down the name of column that you have to add with its data type and size. We can add more than one column at a time in a single alter command by using comma, that is separated with the comma. Okay, here I am adding only one column. See the example, alter table name, add location varchar of 10. It means I am adding a column location to this department info table. Department info is already exist, so this location column will be added to the last in the department info table. Then after that we have the second keyword of the alter command as a modify. This modify keyword is used to change the data type and size of the existing column. Its syntax is alter table name, then write down the keyword modify, then column name that we have to modify. This is the existing column, its data type and size. So we have to mention new data type for the existing column name and size. So I am giving alter table department info, modify alter table dpt info, modify location varchar 2 of 15. It means here I am adding or changing the column data type for the column location and changing the size for the column location. Previously it was the different, and now I am assigning new value to this location column by using alter modify option. So this is the second command from DDL. Then we have the rename command. Rename command is used to rename the old table name to new table name. It means to give another name to the table, we are using the command rename. It is used like this: rename old table name to new table name. So I am giving the name as rename department info to dpt info 12. So my new name to the table is dpt underscore info 12. Then we have the fourth command, truncate. The truncate command is used to delete the data inside the table and release the storage space. It is used like this: truncate table name. Here I am using truncate table dpt info 12. Okay, by using this command, all the data available inside the table is deleted at a time. The storage space is released, but the structure of the table is available as it is. Only the data is deleted. This is the fourth command, truncate. Then we have the drop command. Okay, when existing object or table is not required for further use, it's always better to eliminate it from the database. With drop, table structure of table is removed permanently. To delete the existing object or table from database, drop command is used. When we drop a table, the database loses all the data in the table, as well as the structure of the table is deleted permanently. So the drop command is used like this: drop table name. So I am writing the command drop table name, that is dept_info12. It means if my table is having a data, the data as well as the structure of the table is deleted permanently from the memory. It is removed permanently. This is the difference between truncate and drop. Truncate delete only data, but the drop deletes data as well as the structure. Moving to the next, that is the last command from the data definition language command, DESC, that is the describe. It provides a description of the specified table or view. The command is used like this: DESC table name, that is DESC table name. It will display all the column names which is available in the table with its data type and size. This is all about the DDL command. So here we have studied all the DDL commands with their syntax and example. Thank you.